College football isn't just a sport, it's a religion. The marching bands, the freezing student sections, the roaring rivalries on crisp Saturday afternoons. But something's changing, and not everyone's happy about it. Across the country, universities are pouring hundreds of millions into brand new stadiums and massive renovations. These aren't just upgrades, they're reinventions. Glass-enclosed suites, field-level lounges, climate-controlled club zones. For some fans, it's progress. For others, it's a betrayal. Because while the architects promise better sightlines and premium experiences, longtime supporters say the soul of college football is being quietly bulldozed. So which stadiums are sparking the biggest backlash? And are they really redefining the future of college football, or just erasing its past? Let's find out. Beaver Stadium isn't just a football venue, it's a cathedral of noise, loyalty, and legacy. Home to the Penn State Nittany Lions since 1960, it's the second largest stadium in the Western Hemisphere, with an official capacity of 106,572. On crisp fall Saturdays, it becomes a white-clad fortress, none more electrifying than the iconic White Out game, where over 110,000 fans scream in unison, shaking the very steel beneath them. In 2016, the Lions stunned number 2 Ohio State in a game now etched in Penn State history. Grant Haley's 60-yard blocked field goal return sealed the upset in the final minutes, setting the stadium into pure chaos. The win helped launch James Franklin's program back into national prominence and reignited the pride of a community still rebuilding from a painful era. But now, that legacy is facing something new, a massive $700 million transformation that could reshape everything. Slated to begin in 2025 and wrap up by 2030, the renovation includes a heated concourse, expanded restrooms and concessions, modernized accessibility, and newly designed premium seating options. It's being led by architectural powerhouse Populous and was approved by Penn State's Board of Trustees under the vision of athletic director Pat Kraft, who called it a bold step into the future. But not everyone agrees. Longtime fans fear this step forward is actually a step away from what made Beaver Stadium so special. One wrote, "The Beaver Stadium project might very well be a terrible idea that costs a ton of money with minimal return." Another didn't hold back, calling it a soulless NFL-looking stadium. The concern is clear. The harder Penn State pushes toward modern luxury, the more it risks losing the gritty, unfiltered identity that made it one of college football's most feared environments. Doak Campbell isn't just where the Florida State Seminoles play football, it's where legends are born. Since 1950, this towering brick coliseum in Tallahassee has seen the rise of dynasties, Heisman winners, and unforgettable national championship runs. Under Bobby Bowden, the Noles became a juggernaut, claiming national titles in 1993 and 1999, and going on an unprecedented 14-year streak of top 5 finishes. And when the war chant hits and Chief Osceola charges down the sideline on Renegade, 79,000 fans erupt in one of college football's most iconic pregame moments. In 2013, Doak roared to life again as Jameis Winston led FSU to a perfect season and another national title, capped off by a last-minute touchdown to beat Auburn in the BCS championship game. The echoes of that 34-31 victory still pulse through the stadium's foundations. Doak isn't just a home field, it's a symbol of dominance, swagger, and Southern football pride. But today, that symbol is being remodeled, and not everyone is thrilled. Florida State is investing $265 million into a major stadium overhaul, expected to be completed by 2025. The plan includes massive new video boards, 11 ribbon boards, premium club seating, expanded restrooms, and improved accessibility. But the biggest shock? Capacity is being slashed from over 79,000 to around 68,000 in favor of wider bleachers and luxury zones. Athletic director Michael Alford called the renovation a necessary modernization to keep FSU competitive in the evolving college football football landscape, but fans aren't convinced it's the right move. One longtime supporter wrote, "The new capacity of Doak will be approximately 65,000 to 68,000. To me, that is a complete joke. This will seriously hurt the atmosphere and home field advantage." Another voiced frustration that the city gave $20 million in public funding to the project, saying, "That's egregious. If we win, we fill the seats." The real solution is winning. For a program built on noise, intimidation, and tradition, the fear is that Doak's transformation is sacrificing its edge for comfort, trading thunder for leather-backed silence. And while FSU balances history with hospitality, another football titan is being forced to defend its own controversial stadium strategy, this time in Norman, Oklahoma. Oklahoma Memorial Stadium isn't just where the Sooners play, it's where college football royalty resides. With 7 national championships, 7 Heisman winners, and one of the highest all-time winning percentages in the sport, this stadium has witnessed decades of dominance. From the wishbone days under Barry Switzer to the Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray fireworks under Lincoln Riley, the Sooners have made Memorial Stadium a stage for greatness. In 2000, Bob Stoops led Oklahoma to its first national title in decades with a 13-2 win over Florida State, launching a new era of relevance. And in 2017, Baker Mayfield planted the OU flag on Ohio State's turf after a 31-16 win, a defiant moment that echoed through college football and cemented Memorial as a house of swagger and statement. But heading into the SEC, the stakes are higher than ever, and Oklahoma is betting big on comfort over capacity. While the stadium currently seats over 80,000, recent renovations have actually reduced capacity from its peak of 86,000 in order to add upgraded seating, luxury areas, and premium amenities. The upgrades include improved concourses, lighting, accessibility, and an expanded press box. Led by design firm Populous, the next phase is expected to begin in 2025, timed to align with Oklahoma's transition into the Southeastern Conference. But not everyone is cheering. One Sooner fan expressed frustration on Reddit, saying, "OU Memorial Stadium will now be the 9th largest in the SEC. That's hard to swallow. We should be expanding, not settling for fan experience over capacity." The sentiment is widespread. Many fans believe that Oklahoma should be matching the SEC's elite, Alabama, Georgia, LSU, not shrinking in comparison. Others worry that the identity of Oklahoma football is shifting. A stadium that once prided itself on deafening noise and shoulder-to-shoulder intensity is slowly being polished into a quieter, more corporate experience. For some fans, it feels like the SEC arms race is pushing tradition to the sidelines. And as Oklahoma wrestles with what kind of program it wants to be in the next chapter, down in Tampa, a team with far less tradition is making headlines with one of the boldest stadium gambles in the nation. For years, the University of South Florida Bulls have struggled to find their place in college football's national conversation. Despite a massive enrollment, one of the largest in the country, USF has lacked a true home field identity. Since the program's launch in 1997, they've played their games at Raymond James Stadium, home of the NFL's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But sharing space with a pro team never felt quite right. No traditions, no on-campus buzz, no soul. Yet there were flashes of magic. In 2007, the Bulls shocked the nation by climbing to number 2 in the AP poll, led by quarterback Matt Grotha and head coach Jim Leavitt. That same year, they upset Auburn on the road and dismantled then-ranked West Virginia in front of over 67,000 roaring fans, the largest home crowd in USF history. It felt like the start of something big. Now, USF wants to capture that energy permanently, with a brand new stadium on campus. Scheduled to open by fall 2027, the university is building a $348.5 million stadium with a 35,000 seat capacity, designed to be expandable and loaded with premium features. It will include club seating, suites, a rooftop patio, a glass-enclosed field-level club, and even academic spaces integrated into the structure. The stadium will sit next to the existing Yuengling Center and aims to become the heart of the campus. Athletic director Michael Kelly has called it a game changer that will finally give USF a football home of its own. But while the school sees vision, Fans see risk. Transportation nightmare project, where is parking for 35,000 people gonna be at? One fan asked online. Another didn't hold back, saying, that's a wild waste of money for a school that will have trouble filling it. Critics point to years of low attendance, inconsistent performance, and the challenge of energizing a commuter-heavy student body. To them, it's not just about building a stadium, it's about proving there's actually a program worth building it for. And while USF builds from scratch, another school is tearing down and rebuilding one of college football's oldest and most iconic homes. And fans are already questioning what's being lost in the process. Kansas Memorial Stadium is one of the oldest football stadiums in the country, opening its gates in 1921. Perched on a hill in Lawrence, Kansas, with a view of the historic campus bell tower, it's long been more than just a sports venue. It's a monument to the university's legacy and a tribute to students who died in World War I. For generations of Jayhawks, it's been the backdrop to crisp autumn Saturdays, loyal tailgates, and a gritty underdog spirit. While KU has always been a basketball-first school, football has had its moments. In 2007, under head coach Mark Mangino, the Jayhawks surged to a 12-1 record, capped off by a victory over Virginia Tech in the Orange Bowl. The stadium roared louder than ever that season, proving that when Kansas football gets rolling, the energy in Lawrence is undeniable.
We begin with college football. The Kansas Jayhawks keep winning games and keep failing to impress most of the world's college football viewing audience.
But now, Memorial Stadium, one of the most outdated Power 5 venues, is undergoing a total transformation. As part of the ambitious Gateway District redevelopment, the university has committed $450 million to rebuild the stadium and reshape the surrounding area. The new stadium will feature reconfigured seating for around 40,000 fans, modern suites, club levels, improved accessibility, new concessions, and high-end amenities. Construction on Phase 1 began in 2023 and is set to be completed before the 2025 season opener against Lindenwood. University Chancellor Douglas Girod and Athletic Director Travis Goff have framed the renovation as a once-in-a-generation opportunity to elevate Kansas football, not just on the field, but in the hearts of students, alumni, and recruits. Still, fans are divided. The new Kansas football stadium is ugly, one blunt reaction read on X. Another fan lamented, I love the in-stadium upgrades, just don't like the event center. Feels more like an NBA arena than a college football environment. On message boards, others have nicknamed the proposed design the Crown Rib Roast or the Fly Trap, mocking its unconventional architecture and sanitized feel. For Kansas, the stakes go beyond aesthetics. The university is gambling that this high-dollar facelift can pull football out of the shadows of Allen Fieldhouse. But as the brick walls of history are replaced by glass and steel, some fans are left wondering whether Kansas is building for victory or just building to impress. So, which of these stadiums do you think crosses the line? And which ones got it right? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of sports.